Julie from Southern Minnesota. Let's hear from Julie. This is a good question.
Hi, my name is Julie from Southern Minnesota. My question is, what advice do you have for a person who's on a fixed income, about 40 pounds overweight, though nobody ever guesses me at my current weight of 180, and with a knee that's been giving me problems because I'm now 51 and arthritis has decided to take up residence in my knee. So any suggestions? Obviously, I don't want to be a elite athlete, but I do want to take up running. That is one of my dreams and goals. And so I'm just wondering if you can give me a Cliff Notes version of how I work up to that. Otherwise, I'm in good health, just chubby with a bad knee. Thank you.
Hi, Julie. Thank you for your question. That's a good question. A dream of becoming a runner. I like it. And I appreciate and applaud your honesty. First of all, I'd say I'm not a doctor, so I'm not in a position to give you medical advice with respect to your arthritis and your knee. So I don't know exactly what's going on with your knee, and I'm reluctant to, say anything that's going to exacerbate whatever's going on there. So the first thing is I would go to the doctor and figure out exactly what's going on there, what you can and you can't do, so that whatever activity you do take up isn't going to make that knee problem worse. To the extent that it's manageable, my best suggestion for you is to get out and go for a walk. These things start with that, right? You're on a fixed income, doesn't cost anything to go out and walk. You don't need to buy fancy shoes. You don't need to buy anything. All you need to do is put one foot in front of the other. And if you ask any of the people that I've had on the podcast who have gone from being severely overweight to becoming ultra runners, people like Josh Johnny, it started with a walk around the block, right? And you just build very gradually upon that. So that's my only and best suggestion, is to just begin. Whatever excuses you're telling yourself about what you can and you can't do are keeping you paralyzed and stuck on the couch. And it really doesn't have to be anything that scary or onerous than that initial walk. And then after you've been doing that a little bit, and you walk a little bit farther, and you walk a little bit farther, maybe try to jog for 10 or 15 yards and see how that feels. And then the next day you go a little bit longer, and you stay on top of that knee, and you ice it, and you go to the doctor, and you eat foods that are healing, that are anti-inflammatory, that are high in antioxidants. And the weight will start to drop gradually. This isn't like a crash diet thing or a situation where you're going to snap your fingers and your life's going to change overnight. This is a lifestyle shift. The idea is you want to make this shift that has staying power, that helps you fall in love with movement, that brings joy into your life by virtue of exercising your body, so that it becomes an embedded habit and the easy choice rather than the hard choice. So walk out the door, walk around the block, celebrate the small wins, start to make small tweaks in your diet. And as you start to see very gradual results, you'll experience what we talked about at the beginning of this podcast with respect to goals. You'll start to feel more emotionally attached to this journey, more invested in it. You'll develop that momentum, and before you know it, it will become a self-perpetuating motion machine that's going to take you on an amazing journey.
I like it. And physical therapy can also help with a knee sometimes. Right. And to get advice from a physical therapist would be something I'd recommend. It helped me I had a really bad foot for a long, long time. And if you haven't explored physical therapy, you can usually get that even on a fixed income. You can usually get that with your health coverage, whatever that may be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if your insurance covers that, great. Beyond the physical therapy and going to the doctor about your knee, the grand total cost of this experiment is $0.
Right. I love it. And I remember when I was first getting back into running after being on the shelf with that foot problem for a year, started with 5 minutes running, 5-minute walks. You like a fartlek type thing, but not at a high intensity. Is that something you recommend too?
Yeah. I'm a big believer in that.
Yeah. Run walks.